Thank you so much for joining me today. I want to talk to you about how you can burn your belly fat, and I want to deliver to you the key, the age-old secret about weight loss and how this very strange, almost kind of weird thinking can be the answer to your weight gain dilemma. First off, let's talk about what situation you're likely in right now. If you're overweight, you are probably feeling lethargic. You got low energy levels. You don't feel really good. You're in a catch-22 because, people are going to tell you, you got to exercise. They don't realize, though, that when you're overweight, you really have extremely low energy levels. You do not feel like going out and exercising. And yes, if you were to go every day to the gym and for 2 or 3 hours play racquetball, you would lose weight. You would probably drop that weight, and if you continued that for the rest of your life, you could probably get yourself down pretty good, and you would eventually feel better. It would take you a long time, right? It would, because the problem is if you're overweight, let's say you go to the gym, and you find somebody to play racquetball with, or you find somebody to play basketball or ride a bike or something, you're not going to play for 2 hours solid, right? You're going to play for about 10 minutes, and you're going to feel like taking a break. It's difficult to move around. It's hard to be extremely active. So you're kind of feeling in this position where you'd like to be active, and you'd like to promote that weight loss, but because of the way you feel, it's hard to do it. It's a catch-22. You need more energy levels. And the secret to getting that is your metabolism. And no, this is not the Atkins diet, okay? Get that out of your mind right now. This is not the Atkins diet. But a fact of life here is with metabolism, this is the thing that makes thin people be able to eat as much food as they want to and not gain weight. It's their metabolism. Now, some people have been born with a metabolism that simply is just a godsend. It will allow them to eat whatever they want, and it's just natural to them, and they can continue. They've got extremely high energy levels, and they don't have to worry about food. Some people are born like that. God bless them. Some of us are not. Most of us, in fact, are not born that way. You probably do know somebody, though, that seems to just, they can eat twice as much as you, and they never gain weight. It has to do with the metabolism. What we have to do is shock the body, and I'm really giving away a trade secret here in a sense, because this is valuable information for you, valuable information that I very much could charge for. But I want to share this with you because it's very, very important to your success, and I truly do want to help you. Weight loss has to do with shocking your body into burning the calories that you consume. For the most part, when you eat some food, your body, if you do that on a regular basis, you feed yourself, you feed your body because you need that intake and you need energy to be able to function. But because of the way that we eat, especially here in the Western culture, we cause our body to be put into a mode where it expects that food. It expects the same kinds of foods, and it expects the currency, the regularity of the food. Because of that, most of the time, the food that we eat gets put in storage because your body, it gets used to what you're consuming and how you're consuming it. And it kind of predicts that it's going to be more of the same in the future. So there is no need for the body to burn that food right now. It knows it can store it, and it's going to get more of the same later on. What we do with the every other day diet is we cause the body to be shocked. We give it a variety of foods, and variety is the spice of life. And there's more to that in this weight loss than you probably imagine right now. This is why with the every other day diet, we can eat pizza, we can eat hamburgers, we can have dessert. But the key is when you do it. Because what you have to do is you vary the kinds of food that you're eating and when you eat them. Age-old secret here if you go back to caveman days, and seriously, you go back to ancient man, what they did is they were able to eat the foods that were in season at the time. So their food styles changed as the seasons changed. They didn't always have fruits and vegetables, fresh and available to them. So that variety helped them to keep a nice, healthy weight. So part of the thing that we need to do to make our weight loss successful is to eat a variety of foods and different quantities. So in other words, one day you'll eat a certain kind of food and a certain amount of calories. The next day, that will change. And then the third day, you'll eat food that you like, right? You'll eat a certain quantity of it. The next day, you'll eat a different amount of food and different kinds of foods. When we do this, it shocks our body into not having, it essentially doesn't know what's coming next. So what is it going to do? It is going to utilize that food, that energy. It's going to utilize those calories to build up the system. Did you know that you can actually gain weight by being on the wrong diet, a diet that causes you to count calories and to be careful with what you're eating? You can actually lose weight because what happens is the same thing with what you're likely doing right now, eating the same amount and the same kinds of food. The body gets used to it, and it will actually store food, store calories, store fat, instead of burning it right then. And one of the things that the Every Other Day diet does so well here is because it's not difficult to accept this doctrine of metabolism and variety. That actually makes sense. You just think about it and it seems like it would work, right? But the difficulty is the planning. How and when do you eat these different foods? And that's one of the things that the Every Other Day diet addresses, is an actual plan that will work for you, something to give you a guideline that you go by. Now, if you haven't yet visited the site where you can find out more information about this, I highly encourage you, go ahead and click the button to the right. You can go there and you can check out some more for yourself. The Every Other Day diet gives you an actual game plan, something that you can go by, and it's something that you're going to actually enjoy because it involves eating the foods that you like. It's just the frequency, when we do it, and the other things that we mix in with it. That's the thing that's important. Also, what I want to do for you is tomorrow I'm going to give you another diet tip, something that'll help you out in your weight loss. I'll see you then.